Brandon Nimmo again. But even still, that wasn't going to be enough. The Marlins wanted a lot. They wanted a lot back. And until Jorge Alfaro got hurt, they were getting great production out of the catcher's position in the guy that they got, or one of the guys they got, in the JT Realmuto trade. So, number one, they prioritized what you were saying, and they tried to get the best available player they could. All right, they strike out on him. Whether you think they should have given everyone up or not, they didn't. They decided not to do that. Now they got to go to free agency. Yasmani Grandal scared me. Now, Grandal's had a very good year. I'll admit that. And they got him on a one-year deal. It was what Milwaukee got him on. They got him on a one-year deal. I was scared of Yasmani Grandal. The Dodgers benched him in the postseason. That's how they felt about him during the playoffs. But okay, I mean, maybe that's the guy you wanted. Martin Maldonado was the guy known for his defense. Yeah, the problem is he's not much of a hitter. So the Mets wanted to add some kind of bat behind the plate. We've seen so little production offensively from that position. And by the way, Martin Maldonado, he ain't hitting this year either. He's in Kansas City hitting about 210. So where were they going, I guess, is the question, you know? If you just want defense and you don't care about offense, then go play Tomas Nido every day. You may as well. But this was a team that clearly targeted JT Realmuto. They just either didn't have enough, or they didn't have enough, or they weren't willing to offer what it was going to take to go get it. Who doesn't want it? I want it. David?
killed or seriously injured in a traffic crash. And a major reason is speeding. That's why the city speed camera law is expanding on July 11th. Cameras will operate from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Monday through Friday, year-round. If we all obey the speed limit, we can prevent crashes and save lives. This has been a message from the New York City. Mercedes-Benz and Brand will offer us the best service, best prices, and best selection of the peace of mind right now. The great limited design offers from our exclusively authorized 2019 Mercedes-Benz GLC Hatchback SUV for $450 for 36 months with 48 total to inside. Google Mercedes-Benz and Brand on Route 17 and find out why I think Brand is trying to win. No security deposit required. Offer expires 7/31/19. Call 833-337-1417 for details. Come on to Yankee Stadium on Sunday, June 23rd. The Yankees take on the Hudson Astros for the Yankees annual Old Timers Day celebration. Come see your favorite Yankees legends put on the pinstripes again and take the field at Yankee Stadium. Relive memories of your favorite former Yankees and make new memories with your family. Get your Old Timers Day tickets today at Yankees.com and the Yankee Stadium ticket windows. That's Old Timers Day on Sunday, June 23rd. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com. Successes, people know when they buy one of their many vehicles, it's not the end of the relationship, it's just the beginning. They know the service technicians are the absolute best, and they can get their car serviced at their convenient location right on Route 17 North in Mahwah. You see, they don't want to be your car dealer for the life of your car. They want to be your car dealer for the rest of your life. Visit in-store or online at CadillacandMahwah.com and experience a lifetime of loyalty. Being back with the shirt on in the pool again this summer, you can still be swimming for this summer since it only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds. With AJ Diet, AJ Diet's contractually guaranteed money-back program starts with bioadjunct and personalized supplements. Based on your risk, alive and gun road. AJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it off the rest of your life. Not sure if you'll do it alone, but AJ Diet's with you every step of the way. It's fully monitored by his certified staff to make sure you're burning fat and not just losing water. You'll also have access to the doctor's personal email and phone number. AJ Diet committed to you keeping the weight off. It's all natural, no shots, hormones, or surgery. They got offices all over the place. Clifton, Princeton, White Plains, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Long Island, as well as Rocky Hill and Shelton, Connecticut. Take the 40-day challenge. It's going to last a lifetime. Visit NJDiet.com. Call 855-5NJ-DIET. Go to NJDiet.com. Lose the weight for good. At Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, we beat the other stores, the warehouse clubs, and every online site. For the absolute guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. At Nielsen Dodge, we're turning big savings into your summer fun. During our Summer of Fun savings event, you'll see deep discounts up to $10,000 on new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams. Imagine how low your payments will go with discounts up to $10 grand. Or lease an all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Classic Express Quad Cab 4x4, just $149 a month. And lease a new 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4, just $199 a month. Let Nielsen Dodge make your summer even more fun with hundreds of cars, trucks, and SUVs at deep discounts up to $10 grand. And if you need credit help, we can make it happen. No matter your current credit issues, our banks want to say, yes, you're approved. Hurry to Route 10 in East Hanover. Shop online at NielsenDodge.com. The Summer of Jeep with the Visit our Ray Service Center for first-class vehicle service at affordable prices. Schedule an appointment today or visit RayCatina.com for service specials, coupons, and so much more. Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your car insurance. So the two teams in this town that did not make the playoffs. Let me throw my passive-aggressive jab at the net before I talk poetically about the Devils and the Rangers. How about the last week both franchises have had? Both of them trade for defensemen. The Devils just make a deal for PK Subban. The Rangers obviously made a trade a few days ago for Trudeau. They both have top picks. They both draft kids who can have immediate impacts. Both are teenagers. We were talking about this out there. Both look like, they look like kids. I know they are, but so young. And Jack Hughes, who goes #1 overall to Jersey, and Capo Caco, who went to the Rangers. So the
futures of these franchises, and obviously with the picks, you knew since the lottery what was going to happen. This wasn't a surprise, but it certainly became official. The future of these franchises changing in big ways over the last couple of, in the Devils' case, the last 12 hours, in the Rangers' case, a little bit more than that. Toll-free number is 877-337-6666. It's always good on a Saturday afternoon to hear from Ozzie and Woodridge.
Not bad.
How are you, Oz?
I'm good. The only big thing about you is probably your sneeze.
Really? That's where you're going?
I was referring to your voice and your hands.
What about I have big feet, I'll tell you that. Well, let me ask you this. What's a big foot? Like, what shoe size would make you say, wow, have you got a big foot?
I'm average. I'm 5'8", and I have a 9.5 shoe.
Oh, I'm crushing.
75 pounds. Average across the board. Just like in life.
What do you mean by, what size is your feet size? Foot size, feet size, whatever.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay. You're probably 5'8". 10.5.
I wear a 12. I'm serious. That's why I said to you, and then I took it back, and I wanted to make sure that I'm not, overselling it, that I have big feet, yeah. I don't think that's a good thing, by the way. I don't think that's something I'm happy about.
You're like the letter L.
I'm like
the letter L.
Yeah, well, yeah, because your feet are big. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. But
So I can't do it?
I do have big feet, so yes, I confirm that. I'm a size 12. It was a comment down at Buddy's.
Yeah, now we got it.
And then the other one is, I'm not the, wait, hold on, let me get this. I'm not the puppet, you're the puppet. From a generalization.
Yeah, you're
those
that
two lines do just, they make me laugh every time I think about it.
I think the second one is your goat. You're always bringing up that
The
one.
puppet line, oh, it's amazing. Yeah, no, it's top 3 of all time, yeah.
Before I become your hockey guy, because it looks like you're going to lose the guy who's going to come on in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's busy now.
Your consistency, oddly enough, you were focused on the guy who was speeding on the sidewalk having no shirt on, but that's besides the point. But you're worried about consistency. Do you think you were red-headedly profiled?
I think I may have been murkily profiled. This is an easy target. Let's get him.
Anyway, I think it's cute. Devils making moves. And, the Blue Skins, trying, the old kids trying to be relevant like the Islanders. But I think the Blue Skins, man, I don't know how we can't be so excited about getting the Devils sloppy seconds in the last
Ozzie, I'm not a Rangers fan, okay? That we have that affinity together. When you are a fan of the second team in this town, no offense, Devil fans, I think the Islanders are the second team in this town. I think you're third, but it's close. I agree with you in terms of not liking the Rangers, but I also learned in life that you should be fair. And what every hockey expert has said is that this is a close team. So let's not diminish what the Rangers won in getting the second pick in this lottery, and let's not diminish what this kid can be, because every independent observer says he's going to be a star, and this was not John Moran or R.J. Barrett, it was clear it was on wings. It was clear. I don't think it was as clear. And we haven't booked the time yet or not, but I'm confident that Ray Shero is going to be on with us next week, the GM of the Devils. And one of the questions I'm curious to ask him is how close that decision was. They took Jack Hughes. Everyone said they were going to take Jack Hughes. They took Jack Hughes, and he turned out to be the better player. But right now, if you're an Islander fan, just sit back. I mean, the Rangers didn't make the playoffs last year. They are rebuilding. They aren't doing it the right way. Same with the Devils after they had kind of a step-back year last year compared to the year before. It's just, don't take shots. You don't want to take shots at them when the Islanders beat the Rangers. Take shots at them then. But I wouldn't take shots at them and say, oh, look what they ended up with the second guy. How Taco's supposed to be pretty damn good, too. So, we're after your phone call. How does Marcus though? I'll give you that at least. Farrell on Long Island. Hey, Farrell.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
So talking about that, obviously with Nick, on your team, it's about the championship. I know Joe's going crazy about, bringing in Kevin Durant. Doing a little research. In the last 40 years, there's one team that has won as championship with without a superstar player. Oh, it's all perfect.
Yeah, you got one other. Chauncey, Ben Wallace, Rashid, no superstar there, you're right.
Right. So my take is, for the Knicks, go all in for KD and Kawhi, and then if we don't pull it off, we stay the court, and we build that way. But I wanted to ask you this question, get your take on this, because I know I haven't heard this out there, but not realistic, but could happen. I wanted to see the take it. I know Joe would love it. If the Knicks somehow pull off and convince Kawhi to come here, okay, and your team gets KD and Kyrie, but then it forces D'Angelo out and we max out Kawhi and Russell on the Knicks, and you guys get KD and Kyrie. How do you
feel about that? Like as a net getter, I am scared of Durant now. I mean, I get your point about having the elite player. I agree with that point. In that podcast I did, in talking about Durant and debating Durant, on this book, before he got hurt, I'm with you. Before he got hurt, the Durant-Kawhi debate was close. I actually leaned towards Kawhi even before the injury. I still do, but it was very, very close. They're both elite players in my mind. But in this case, I'm waiting a year. And I'm bringing in a guy who's going to be 32 years old coming off an Achilles, because next year on opening night, he's going to be 32. So you bring up a great point, right? Farrell says you need a superstar. He's right. Now, I'm doing this off the top of my head. I'm doing research on this. How many times has that superstar been 33 years old, 34 years old? When Kobe won his last he was 32. Diminish that. I don't diminish it when I say, and Bondi said this earlier, he's right. Are they going to have a good enough team to maintenance day him 65 times? Well, not 65 times, he only plays 65 times. That's a fair question. But if you add Kawhi Leonard as a Knicks fan, you're thrilled. I don't know how realistic it is. I think that most of us feel that Kawhi Leonard either stays in Toronto or goes to LA, because that's all we've been told. Like, we never really thought there was a chance that he was going to come to New York for the Knicks or the Nets. But, yeah, I mean, as a Knicks fan, we should be thrilled about that. A franchise-changing star, a 23-year-old all-star point guard, and R.J. Barrett, and Kevin Knox, and Mitchell Robinson, yeah. I'd be thrilled. If I'm you, me, independent of anything the Knicks do, Kevin Durant being on my team scares me for the obvious reasons. Eric and Old Japan, hey Eric. Yo.
I wanted to start the call off by just saying thank you, because I'm a lifelong Nets fan. One of the only shows that you can come on and hear about the Nets before.
Oh no. If the poor guy gets cut off, well, I appreciate the compliment. I'm here for you, I guess is what I'll say.
I'm in college right now. I'm covering the Nets my senior year of high school. I was at the draft last night. One Thursday night, I run a blog called The Nets Report. It's at The Nets Report on Twitter. And I understand your stance on free agency this year and letting D'Angelo Russell go. And I want to put on the record that I'm a big deal with Russell, and I like him. I understand your concern with the injury, but I just want to break it down from the standpoint why I think what they're going to do with D'Angelo Russell. I think that from the start they traded for D'Angelo Russell and they liked him, but Kenny Atkinson has never been in love with him. And the reason he's never been in love with him, Atkinson has been adamantly vocal that he's not a proponent of the mid-range shot, which most people are in the NBA now. And D'Angelo Russell is a good mid-range shooter. He throws in the pick and roll, he's good at that, but he doesn't get to the basket well either. He doesn't get to the free throw line. So if you're going to sign a guy like D'Angelo Russell long-term, you're almost hoping that he'll somehow develop some explosiveness to get to the basket, which he probably won't, because he's going to have it if he don't.
Yeah, but he's also, he's crafty enough where I think he can get to the line a little bit more. He's only 23.
He's not, I know he's 23, but he's not explosive, he's not that quick, he's not going to get to the basket consistently, so you're hoping that he can shoot the three-point shot at a high level, or a decently high level, 36% of what he did last year, for the rest of the his career. And we're hoping that he can raise his game to a new level, to a number one caliber, or very close to a caliber level. We're hoping that he is going to elevate his shot than what he did last year. And they may not be confident that he can sustain that or even get better in that regard. So that's why it makes me something that can turn down a guy like Kyrie Irving. And I've heard from people within the Nets organization. I talked to people at the Jazz, covering the Nets, and there's a lot of people within the organization that are higher on Paris Lewis than they are D'Angelo Russell.
Whoa, wait a minute, Eric. You know what? Eric, and by the way, I'm going to give you a follow right now. All right? So I am now following you on Twitter, at the Nets Reporter. I see you mentioned your Twitter account. I looked it up. Now I'm following you. Hopefully I get some more followers at the Nets Reporter. I'm going to give you a try. And I respectfully disagree with you. But the last part, I don't disagree with. I am higher on Karis LeVert than D'Angelo Russell. No question. I am too. I'm with you. Karis LeVert, though, is sort of in this whole discussion irrelevant because I'm not trading him. I don't think the Nets are trading him. And I think we saw, not only in the playoffs, because, Joe was great because Joe gets into the Nets during the postseason. Always used to, even the days in New Jersey. And during the regular season, he checks in on them, but he's not watching every second, right? Even he said to me in the postseason after that 5-game loss, and he said it on there, but he said it to me on there, bro, the Karis LeVert's got a chance to be awesome. I said, I know. We started to see more of that explosiveness in finishing, in hitting those jump shots during the postseason, like we did over the first 10 or 12 games before he got hurt. I am with you on Karis LeVert. I'm high on Karis LeVert. I didn't want to include him in an Anthony Davis trade. But I think Russell's game is still growing. And while I don't think he'll ever be a guy who gets to the free throw line the same frequency as James Harden, there are some similarities to James Harden. The craftiness, maybe not being as athletic as some other guys in this league. And I just think that we shouldn't judge D'Angelo on what he did last year because that implies that's a finished product. And I don't think it is. But at the end of the day, the Nets agree with you. They don't agree with me. They want Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And I would have wanted Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant for the Achilles injury. I was dreaming of that. I was thinking about all the things that I would say to Francesa and Giannotti and all those doubters who said the Nets were irrelevant and no free agent would ever go there. I was dreaming of it. Now I'm not. Now I'm not going to say anything. I don't know how I'm going to react. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to say. It's going to be weird. It's going to be strange. But you know what's going to be exciting for? It's going to be exciting for Ian Eagle, for Chris Carino, and for Bob Huesler. Because Bob Huesler filled in many times last year, doing games. Sometimes he injured me because I only could listen and not watch. And when they get blown out by the Charlotte Hornets at home, I blamed the messengers. And that was Bob Huesler and Tim Castro. So for those guys, it'll be very exciting. For me, I guess I don't know what I'm going to do. That's my answer. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll be excited. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what I'm saying right now isn't actually going to be the way I feel if they sign Kevin Durant. I don't know. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. It's going to be weird. That's why I'm working July 5th. Good negotiations by P. Hawk wouldn't be able to join us. He negotiated a deal, new trade deal, where Dan Rosen will come on at 120. So we will talk about the PK Subban trade, the Rangers, the Islanders, the Devils, and everything going on with the NHL drafts and all the trade rumors. So we'll get to that. More of your calls next. Calls after that. We're here for another hour until 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Tigers game comes up tomorrow, and all full-color coverage of the festivities and the Old Timers game gets underway at 11 a.m. with Susan Wilkie, Stevie Ernie, and features the return of many of your favorite corresponders. So make sure you're locked in to catch all the action exclusively on your flagship station for Yankees talk, tickets, and every game. The Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and Sports Radio 66, WFAN, and WFAN FM, New York, on radio.com sports station. This has been quite a couple of days for the New Jersey Devils. On Friday, they had the #1 pick in the draft and used it on Jack Hughes. And today, a major trade as the Devils are
acquire the veteran defenseman P.K. Subban from the Nashville Predators. The Devils give up a couple of defensemen, Steven Santini and Jeremy Davies, and a couple of second-round draft picks in order to acquire P.K. Subban. In a showdown between the two division leaders, the Astros have been no match for the Yankees. The Yankees have won the first 2 games of the 4-game series, and they've won 7 in a row overall. Now they have Aaron Judge back, and Aaron Boone welcomed back the slugger by batting him leadoff.
Well, get more at-bats, that's the best part about it is, getting more at-bats, and plus with this lineup, and how it's, guys up in that lineup are getting on base and they drop people in. Every time I came out there, it felt like there was somebody on base somewhere, so it's a good little spot. I hope it's not my last time doing it.
Jones 0 for 4 in his return last night. Tonight, Masahiro Tanaka gets a start against the lefty Wade Miley, and we'll have it on the fan at 6:30. The Mets even their series with the Cubs on Friday afternoon. More afternoon baseball today. Mets and Cubs, 2:20 first pitch from Wrigley. Zach Wheeler matches up against Jose Quintana, and you can listen on WCBS 880. According to numerous reports, UConn will reportedly be extended an invite to rejoin the Big East Conference. The Huskies currently compete in all sports in the American Athletic Conference. The Big East does not offer football, so it is on where UConn football might be going. Zach Suker holds a 2-shot lead through 2 rounds of the Travelers Championship in Cromwell, Connecticut. This report is brought to you by the Jeep Celebration event that's on, and the Ram Bigger Things sales event at Security Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram in Amityville. Sports Radio 66, your flagship home just.
A Fios Gigabit connection has the speeds and capacity to handle your current needs and the devices you want to add on the 100% fiber optic network. Because Fios delivers the internet you won't outgrow. To prove it, we'll give you some 40/880 minutes. Availability wireless and wireline speeds vary. See Verizon.com/yourspeed for more info. How to pay and pay-per-view billing required. Offer ends at 28/19. Those are ticket times. Electric race cars competing in the most unpredictable racing series in the world. On July 13th in Portland, when tickets start at $12 and kids go free. Get your for a fun savings event. You'll see deep discounts up to $10,000 on new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and $49 a month, and lease a new 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4, just $199 a month. Let Nielsen Dodge make your summer even more fun with hundreds of cars, trucks, and SUVs at deep discounts up to $10,000. And if you need credit help, we can make it happen. No matter your current credit issues, our banks want to say, yes, you're approved. Hurry to Route 10 and East Hanover. Shop online at NielsenDodge.com. The Summer of Jeep. The Pro 2018 2500 stock 367 by 362 on 25 and 319 24 months. 50.39 inside and tax daily. The U.S. Open Tennis Championships, the world's grandest slam, is built both on the court and off. It's built by fire and thunder, by day matches and nightlife, but mostly it's built to experience live. The U.S. Open Tennis Championships, August 26th through September 8th. Get your tickets now at usopen.org.
For another hour together on what is, believe it or not, a beautiful Saturday in New York City. We waited, and here we are. The sun is out, the sun is a-shining. It's a beautiful day, and the Yankees are playing it back, and that's not their fault. It's not their fault. If it's up to the Yankees, they would play every Saturday home game at 1 o'clock, but when you get national TV involved, you know what happens. That's why they're playing at 7:15. The Mets are playing at 2:20 there in Chicago. We'll talk hockey a little bit. Dan Rose at NHL.com. Try down toll-free numbers 877-337-6666. I'll give you the Met lineup in a little bit. I will tell you this: Jeff McNeil's playing. Just in case you were worried that on the big day, the brilliant Mickey Callaway would say, Jeff needs a maintenance day. Let's go to Mike in Florida. Hey, Mike.
Sports Radio.
I've done that. Have you noticed that?
No.
What do you know? I've been doing it.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. You know what? I'll give you this. I've been doing it in the 11 o'clock hour, not the...
Oh, you got it. I'm thinking the 9 o'clock hour. All right. I'm going to give you my perspective here as far as the Mets go. Now, I'm 49 years old. I have seen 15 championships for the teams that I follow. Yankees, Islanders, and the New York Giants. I'm a Yankees fan. I am not a Met hater. In fact, I was rooting for you guys in 2015 against Royals. I was actually at the Monday night Giant game when the Mets clinched and was fortunate enough to be sitting ahead of a guy that had a portable television set, black and white, and when Keith Hernandez hit that double, place erupted. It was incredible.
Right.
All right, so I'm not, listen, Yankee fans don't hate the Mets. If you hate the Mets, you're a pathetic Yankee fan. You hate the Red Sox. New York Giants fans don't hate the Jets. We hate the Dallas
Oh,
Cowboys.
there are, though, Mike, that do. I mean, you speak for yourself. But they do. There are some that do. Not all, maybe not even most, but there are some that do.
But as a sports fan, like I said, I'm not a hater, and I like to watch it. I came home from work early on Wednesday, watched the Yankees mop up the Rays, the 12-0 game, and I'm like, back on the Mets, I listen to you guys all the time. And I'm trying to watch and get into them. So I was switching between the Red Sox Twins and the Mets game. And with the exception of 3 players, man, it's just, I know I'm spoiled. I'm a Yankees fan. I get it. We get to see all this top lineup and face the lead pitching and all that. I can't get into it. I just can't see the lore of watching the baseball.
Well, I think that, Mike, our lure of watching them is that we're fans. I think that's why we watch them, not because it's aesthetically pleasing. There are a handful of baseball teams, more than a handful, and I'd say they're more fun to watch than the Mets, but we're Met fans. Jeff McNeil's been fun to watch this year. Pete Alonso's obviously off to a historic power start. And I still get excited about Jake every 5 days. I get fearful when it's Zach Wheeler and Noah Syndergaard and Steven Matson and Vince Vargas, but with Jake, it's very exciting. AJ in Oceanside.
What's up, buddy?
How are you?
Good, man. So, I just had a quick question for you. You want me to apologize for back and forth with your family?
You do owe me an apology, and I'll explain to the audience why, and then you can decide to do the right thing. I have said in the past things about Kyrie Irving that I am saying now, such as I'm fearful about his health, I'm fearful about his attitude. I said all of that, and you as a Knicks fan have somehow convinced yourself that I am now in love with Kyrie Irving, while anyone who listens to this show knows that the concerns I had about Kyrie 6 months ago when I thought he was going to be a Knick are the same concerns I have today. And the one thing I don't like, ask Boomer, because he felt the shrapnel of that, is I don't like when people claim I said things I didn't say. I got mad at him for when he said I wanted Kenny fired. I never said I wanted Kenny fired. I criticized his coaching, but I never asked him to be fired. I'm right, Boomer was wrong. Whether he was purposely wrong or just mistakenly wrong, I don't know. And it's the same with you. You have implied on Twitter, and to me personally, that I now love Kyrie Irving. And that's not true. Now, where's my apology?
Well, first off, let me just start by saying, how dare you put Mr. Bondi on today? I find that timing very curious, considering what's going on between the Daily News and the Knicks and having the press conference and having them banned and everything else. So I thought that was really serious.
Hold on, curious about what he's up to. He covers basketball.
Oh, he covers basketball, yeah. Definitely. The timing was curious, but here's what I'll
Does
say.
he not cover basketball? Is he unfair to that, to the Knicks?
I mean, that's funny. There's how many writers could you have put on today? Anyway.
Because you just threw a grenade at Stephen Bondi for what? You think he's biased towards your team or something?
Absolutely.
Your team's been terrible for 2 decades. What do you want to say? They're great. They're well run.
Like I said, I found the timing curious.
What are you curious? He's a basketball guy. I find it funny debate. Do you think he should have been banned from the press conference?
I don't care. I'm a Knicks fan, and if it affects players coming here, then I'll care. But I really don't care about the Daily News. Anyway, back to your apology that you think you deserve. To let you first off, I never said that you now love Kyrie. I said the enjoyment for me as a Knicks fan who's been dying for 12 plus months to get Kyrie and KD pre-injury You have been bashing Kyrie to me personally. Saying he's not a team guy, he's a bad guy around the coach, around young players.
AJ, have I not said all of that on air as well? I've said that, and I said that today.
What I said to you was how enjoyable for me it's going to be to watch you have to embrace Kyrie to your culture, quote unquote, that you guys established last year. So a year later, after you bash the Knicks, saying, oh, it's going to be so much fun watching Kyrie because you're trying to sell me Kemba was a better player. When it's Kyrie, now you have to embrace it. So that's what I said. I never said you love Kyrie.
I'm glad you're clarifying, because I've never loved Kyrie. What I've said about Kemba and Kyrie, and this has all been on air too, is that Kemba is safer than Kyrie. Not that Kemba is better than Kyrie. Kyrie Irving is also
overrated.
Well, he has been overrated, yes.
Team guy.
That's what's
a bad team guy.
Yes, all that looks like
around young players.
That looks like yeah, okay. I said all that, yeah, absolutely.
And the funny thing is, this is what I laugh when you say you want me to bother you. I never said you love Kyrie now. I said it's going to be fun watching him have Kyrie now.
You have said I love Kyrie now. I'm a phony. I've never loved Kyrie.
You're trying to make sense of the trade.
And by the way, AJ, it's not about making sense of it. Let's start with this simple statement, right? We both agree, actually, about his attitude and concerns, the health, which I throw in there, too. Do you think that all things are equal, Kyrie Irving is a better player than D'Angelo Russell?
I think he's a more established player.
Yeah, he's better than he had a better year last year than D'Angelo Russell. Would you agree with that? Statistic. I'm not talking about personality-wise. He had a better year than D'Angelo Russell, right?
Well, he's a better player.
Okay, I agree with that. Do you think that Kyrie Irving is a better player than Kemba Walker?
I think it's very tough to judge Kemba based on the team that he plays. Somebody's got to get those numbers. So while Kemba's a very talented player and I loved him in college, we can't say for sure how he's going to perform on the playoff team.
Okay, Kyrie Irving is better than both of those guys. We agree with that. I think that what I've always said about Kemba is he's safer. We've never heard a peep about him having issues in the locker room. He doesn't have an injury history. The guy goes out there and basically plays 75 games a year. So I have been consistent about that Kemba is safer than Kyrie. He's not better.
You're changing the whole thing.
I haven't changed anything. I've said the same thing for 9 months, bro. The same thing over and over again.
No. What you said was that bringing Kyrie with a bunch of young players, obviously based on what he did in Boston last year, you have somewhat of a point. He wasn't good for his teammates. He didn't elevate anybody's play. Tatum took a step back. The coach is having issues. I understand all that.
Okay.
What you did was over those 12 months, you bashed him to me. And I understand that. I'm going to love this. I'm going to leave you with this. I hope to God Barney is wrong, which obviously nobody can say for sure. He has no sources. They hate him now. I hope to God that it comes October, November. You're watching your boy Kyrie now playing for your team in Brooklyn. He's flipping out about how he's not involving Carousel, those other guys.
You want me to suffering D'Angelo's and also like the Knicks.
Flip on MSG and you see D'Lo dropping 35 and 10.
AJ, as a sports fan, I'll leave you with this. As a sports fan, isn't it that you're a Yankee fan? Is it not difficult having to root for someone you didn't like, but now they're on your team? You should be used to it.
I've done it before.
Okay, so that's all it is. And yeah, it's going to stay there, man.
I'm watching him bash a guy, and 12 months later, he's starring on your team. I thought it was hilarious.
Why is that? Hey, AJ, there's nothing hilarious considering I'm doing it now. See, you're implying that I've changed on it. I'm concerned. I was just arguing with Net fans about flipping Russell for Irving. And I respect the Net fan who says, well, D'Angelo's inability to get to the basket, mid-range jump shot. I respect it. I disagree with it. The bashing, if you will, or the criticism.
78 degrees, going up to 79.
In the market for an MBA with options? Trade up to Adelphi University and take your business career to the next level. Their traditional MBA program offers 8 concentrations. With the accelerated MBA, attend Saturday classes and earn your degree in just 17 months. Adelphi.edu/MBA.
Winds News Time 118. In Los Angeles, it wasn't an attempted home burglary, but an attempted theft of a celebrity's house. Authorities say a guy came up with phony paperwork, including a fake deed to show he was the owner of the house that actually belongs to Halle Berry, and used it to hire a locksmith to try to get in. TMZ reports 59-year-old Eugene Griffin was the same guy busted a few months ago for trespassing on the property, and that he did successfully get at least one lock changed. He's facing several fraud charges. Wins News Time 119.
Do you want another truck or a truck like no other? How about deals on that truck during Ram Truck Month? A truck with an available touchscreen that stretches an entire foot. A truck that has capabilities that don't exist in any other truck in its class, like available air suspension. Heck, Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year truck. Do you want a truck that's not only about towing and hauling and payload capability, but a truck that stretches every ability? It's the all-new Ram 1500. During Ram Truck Month, you want qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2019 Ram 1500 Classic Express Quad Cab 4x4 with a V6 engine for $179 a month for 24 months with $4,209 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. Class based on light-duty pickups. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution to lease through Chrysler Capital. 25-cent charge for each mile over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 7-1. Ram is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
June is Pride Month. Hear from the heroes of the movement only at 1010wins.com/pride, sponsored in part by Shoreline Aviation Services. Book online to the Hamptons at shoreline.aviation.com.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 78 degrees at 1:20 on this Saturday, the 22nd of June. I'm Sonia Rincon, and here's what's happening on Staten Island. A father is accused of doing the unthinkable. A mother and two children found dead. The father is in police custody. President Trump defends the planned ICE roundup tomorrow in major cities like New York, saying the mass deportations are needed to enforce deportation orders already issued to migrants who were not granted asylum. New York leaders are expressing outrage and concern over the separation of families. A fiery plane crash in Hawaii kills 9 people on a skydiving trip. Snaggle teeth, bug eyes, and droopy tongues to beat the competition at the world's ugliest dog contest. The 1010 Wins AccuWeather forecast: sunshine and clouds, breezy with low humidity this afternoon. High 79 tonight, clear, low 64.
I'm Bob Nischler. The Yankees look to make it 8 straight wins. They play the Astros. Mets in Chicago playing the Cubs. UConn reportedly headed back to the Big East, and it's round 3 of the Travelers Championship.
Wins News Time 121. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Well, we continue with a mess in the Bronx. I want to talk about the Cross Bronx first of all. That is going to be jammed beginning at Westchester Avenue all the way out towards the Deegan. Back a crash over by the Cross Bronx and roadwork on the upper level of the GWB taking out a lane. Deegan delays begin at Gun Hill Road down to the Cross Bronx and northbound from 138 up to the Cross Bronx. Bruckner's going to get you up the RFK Bridge to the Sheridan, and again from the Bruckner interchange on through to Pelham Parkway, and then Hutch delays. That is pretty much a crawl both ways from Route 1 up towards the Cross County. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Because of that Cross Bronx backup, expect the GWB to take you about an hour and just a tad less from the Deegan approaches. Inbounds at about 20 minutes. Lincoln, half hour in, 15 outbound, 25 into the Holland, 20 to 30 into New Jersey. Northbound Eastern Spur of the Turnpike at the Vincent Barty service area. You have got 2 right lanes closed for work through the weekend. This support sponsored by Resorts World Casino in Queens. I'm Russ Meyer, Export 131 on 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time 122.
Resorts World Casino NYC in Queens by JFK. With 6,000 games, it's where New Yorkers play. It's how NYC rolls.
Breaking news this hour on Staten Island. A horrific crime under investigation. A mother and 2 children found dead, and a man is in police custody believed to be the children's father. This happened on Palisade Street near Lily Pond Avenue in Aracar, where NYPD detectives are still on the scene. The victims' identities have not been released, nor has that of the suspect. No word on how this happened or when. Stay with 1010 Wins as we get more details on this developing story. Wins News Time 123. President Donald Trump is defending the sweeping ICE raids planned tomorrow in major cities like New York, saying the people who will be rounded up and sent back to their countries are those who have already been ordered deported and have been no shows in court.
These are people that came into the country illegally. They've been served. They've gone through a process of the courts, and they have to be removed from the country. They will be removed from the country. It's having a very big effect on the border.
The president spoke on his way to Camp David. Acting Immigrations and Customs Enforcement Chief Mark Morgan is also defending the planned raids, telling ABC News this is not to make anyone fearful.
How is enforcing the rule of law a fear or threat? What I'm trying to explain to people is I'm trying to enforce the law. Federal immigration law. If you're here illegally, there should be consequences.
Here in New York, the mayor, governor, and attorney general have issued statements blasting the plan and saying legal services will be available for families. And immigration lawyers and immigrants' rights advocates are preparing for court battles.
Attorney Alexandra Gonsalves-Pena fears the Trump administration will cast a very wide net, and when it scoops up people with a prior deportation order, it will more than likely separate families and cause lots of complications and fear for children and their parents. Not only that, she believes there will be collateral arrests,
such as individuals that aren't necessarily targeted in the enforcement action, but they are there, and as a result of that, may be rounded up as well.
Gonsalves-Pena works for the Catholic Migration Services, and she says the fear-mongering by the Trump administration is intentional, successful, and very aggressive. She says it begs the question, are these immigration laws just? Carol DeOria, 1010 Wins in Queens.
Wins News Time 1:25. At Walgreens, we know that your day doesn't stop for diabetes. So when you've got places to go and people to see, count on Walgreens every day to get expert diabetes advice 24/7. Find all major brands of testing supplies like Walgreens True Metrics in-store and online. And download tools to help you stay on track, like our 5-star mobile app with pill reminder. At Walgreens, we are your diabetes go-to. Stop by and talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Hi, my name's Christina Stumble, and I own Farm Girl Flowers in San Francisco. With my Spark Cash Card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on all my business purchases. Last year, I redeemed $115,000 in cash back. Yeah, $115,000. And that doubled our digital marketing budget for the summer. Thanks to my Spark Card, we had our best summer yet. Imagine what the Spark Card from Capital One could do for your business. What's in your wallet?
Real Capital One customers pay for real stories. Credit approval required.
Wins News Time 1:26. As hotels in the Dominican Republic look to reassure American tourists they are secure, correspondent Dave Packer tells us what one is doing.
The Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Punta Cana taking steps to keep its guests safe as a 10th American is confirmed to have died while vacationing in the Dominican Republic over the last year. The Hard Rock says while alcohol will continue to be served 24 hours a day, it's removing liquor dispensers from all guests' rooms and contracting an American third-party testing lab to test all food and beverage products and public spaces. On Friday, the country's tourism minister pushed back against the characterization that there has been an increase in the number of deaths, saying statistically that number is actually down from years past.
Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. Here's Gina Cervetti.
Velcro. Known for its signature sound and its versatility, the decades-old fastener brand is lately getting the glamour treatment.
Gloves, coats, outerwear. We've seen it on some hats.
Bloomberg intelligence analyst Deborah Aitken says the rise of so-called streetwear is fueling an array of luxury items that incorporate Velcro straps.
So I think that this is really a trend which has started in clothing and has really pushed forward into footwear.
These are not your toddler's Velcro sneakers. The new high-end versions range in price from $120 for a pair of Nike Air Huaraches to a $750 price tag for the Prada Cloudbust Alaciate. The use of Velcro mirrors previous trends by high-end brands to experiment outside their comfort zone.
I think we've gone through stages of having very bright colours and materials that appeared very man-made, prints.
Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Gina Cervetti for 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time 1:27. New York City. Welcome to Save Yourself with Geico.
It's late, and you accidentally like an old photo of your ex. You unlike it, but it's no use. The internet is faster than your fingers. You couldn't save yourself from the agony of an unintentional ex-like, but you could save yourself hundreds by switching your car insurance to Geico. You could save on motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance, too. Plus, the Geico Insurance Agency could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance. While the photo you liked, but actually hate, is becoming your biggest problem. You should know Geico is the largest auto insurer in the state.
Okay.
Geico even offers 24/7 access to licensed agents in the award-winning Geico mobile app.
Nice.
It's funny how a misplaced tap could cause such anguish. Speaking of tapping, your local Geico agent could help you tap into more savings, like federal and military discounts.
You couldn't save yourself from an unintentional X-like, but you could save yourself hundreds with Geico online, over the phone, or at your local office.
9/11 is still claiming victims. If you lived or worked below Canal Street after 9/11 and developed cancer, call the 9/11 lawyers at Turley, Hansen, and Rosasco at 1-855-WTC-INFO for compensation help. Sonia did. She's a client, and this is her story.
I worked as a public relations executive in the downtown area. I was considered an essential worker, and I was one of the only ones in from my team that came back. I actually was diagnosed with colon cancer. I did think, could it possibly be because I was in the area?
9/11 has caused cancer even many years later. Call and get the compensation you deserve. 1-855-WTC-INFO. That's 1-855-WTC-INFO. Or go to 911cancerclaims.com.
You don't have to be a policeman or fireman. If you get sick from 9/11, they can help you.
Turley, Hansen, and Rosasco, LLP, 767 3rd Avenue, New York.
Now this message, when searching for a car, go to PagerWorld.com, home to thousands of cars. Wins News Time 1:30.
Good afternoon, I'm Jeff Allen. 9 people are dead after a skydiving plane crashed in Hawaii last night. Federal investigators say this is the deadliest civil aviation accident since 2015, and they're trying to determine what caused that plane to go down. Correspondent Marcy Gonzalez has more.
The twin-engine skydiving plane coming down just after takeoff from Dillingham Airfield on Oahu's North Shore. Firefighters rushing to the fiery scene. Transportation officials saying 6 people on board the Beechcraft 65 King Air were employees of the Oahu Parachute Center. The other 3, customers. Some of the victims' family members possibly witnessing the crash.
Honolulu Mayor Kirk Caldwell said, "I am closely following the tragic developments, and at this time our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of the victims. No names have been released." Wednesday News Time 1:31. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Russ Meyer.
Careful checking on New Jersey. A couple of things of note. Westbound Route 3 in Clifton, approaching Main Avenue up at Clifton Commons. You got a crash blocking the right lane. Delays go past Route 21. Also Route 21 south, the ramp that takes you onto eastbound Route 3. That is partially blocked with a crash. New Jersey Turnpike Eastern Spur. 2 lanes of work at the Vince Marty service area all weekend long. It's backed up almost to Route 3. The Western Spur taking on all that traffic, so it's almost as slow. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Verrazano Bridge jam going into Brooklyn on both decks, thanks to an earlier crash at the Belt Parkway on that off-ramp. Also, the Goethals Bridge slow into Staten Island. Bayonne Bridge is good. Outer Bridge crossing into New Jersey. Also looking at delays. Also in Queens, going to be a tough go on the eastbound LIE Woodhaven Boulevard to Cross Island Parkway and on the Grand Central. From the LIE to the Clearview, then delays on the Northern State and the LIE. Both are going to slow you down from Cross Island Parkway to Glen Cove Road, and the Southern State's got a slow stretch East Eagle Avenue to Wanta Parkway. This report sponsored by, this report is brought to you by the New York City Vision Zero Initiative. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones, breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Russ Meyer on 10 Wins.
A message from the Vision Zero Initiative. On July 11th, New York City's expanded speed camera law goes into effect. Cameras will operate from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Monday through Friday, year-round. If we all obey the speed limit, we can prevent crashes and save lives.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Dave Bowers.
Yeah, just a beautiful afternoon here. Sunshine, breezy, low humidity. We get close to it. And then drop back into lower 60s and 50s tonight under a clear sky. Very comfortable. And it's another nice day tomorrow. Not as much of a breeze, but still low humidity and lots of sunshine. High about 83. And then that does turn a little more humid on Monday. But a partly sunny sky, a high of 84. Looks like we'll start to see a couple of showers and thunderstorms by Monday night and Tuesday. Still rather humid Tuesday. Clouds, some sun, and a high around 80. We're at 78 in Central Park, mostly sunny. Going up to 79 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
It's 79 degrees in Freeport, it's 80 in Newark, and it's 78 in Thornwood. A Brooklyn neighborhood celebrates summer by hosting art lovers and mermaids. That story in 1 minute. Wins News Time 1:33.
Are you ready for the biggest summer ever? Go big with All Seas 1 from Optimum. Now only $64.99 a month for the first year. Get up to 200 meg internet, 4K Ultra HD TV, over 220 channels, unlimited data, and a 40% better Wi-Fi experience. Plus, finding the biggest shows is a summer breeze thanks to a newly upgraded operating system and voice-activated remote. Call 877-6-OPTIMUM today and receive a $200 American Express prepaid card. Stuck in a contract, we'll give you up to $500 to get out of it and won't make you sign a new one. Start summer right with big entertainment. Get All Seas 1 for only $64.99 a month for the first year, plus a $200 prepaid card during Optimum's big summer deal. Call 877-6-OPTIMUM today or visit Optimum.com. Go big with All Seas 1 only at Optimum. Not available in all areas. 90 days of continuous service required for reward cards. Allow 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. Advertised speed for wired connection. Wi-Fi speed may vary. See Optimum.com for details.
Wins News Time 1:34. Coney Island's colorful Mermaid Parade is ushering the summer season for the 37th time.
This annual parade is a celebration of all things summer. People dress up as the mystical sea creature. The more elaborate, the better. The event winds its way through the streets of Coney Island, ending on the famed boardwalk next to the ocean. It's as much a party as a parade. This year's Queen Mermaid and King Neptune are siblings Arlo and Nora Guthrie, who grew up here with their famous dad, Woody Guthrie, on where else? Mermaid Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. I'm Julie Walker.
A former boss at Kennedy Airport says she took bribes from foreign countries for allowing their planes to park overnight during the United Nations General Assembly. Marlene Mizzi pleaded guilty to misdemeanor charges of accepting limo rides, meals, and other gifts from Qatari officials and others, and was sentenced to community service. Foreign aircraft are not allowed to park overnight at JFK during the annual UN meeting. Rules require foreign aircraft to depart from Kennedy within 2 hours of arriving. Mizzi had worked for the Port Authority for 35 years. She'll now retire with her pension. An investigation has determined that New York City's internal wireless network crashed in April because of a failure to oversee the global defense contractor hired to run the system. Mayor de Blasio ordered the review that cost $300,000 and pointed the blame at Northrop Grumman and the Department of Information Technology for the 2-week shutdown. The report also found that the crash to the cellular antenna system, which helped agencies control traffic lights and other key functions, could have easily been avoided if the system had been upgraded. Scamp the Tramp is a real winner, but not a beauty contest winner. The snaggle-haired bug-eyed pup took top prize in Friday's 31st annual Ugliest Dog Contest out in Petaluma, California. Owner Yvonne Morris of Santa Rosa says her Scamp is an adopted street dog and beat out 18 other contestants.
They're evil, they get a little scared, they back up, they go, oh, he's scary. And then he whips them over with his personality. They go,
First prize was $1,500, with another $1,500 going to a local animal shelter. Organizers say the contest is meant to draw attention to the needs of rescue dogs. Wednesday News Time, 1:37.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate, but you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and a resume, like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
And now, an ad from Mom.
Here I go. Bundling home and auto.
Eagle.com. Call AmericanEagle.com at 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1. AmericanEagle.com. 877-WEB-NOW-1.
Now that we're engaged in baseball season, why not pop the question at your favorite ballpark? Visit 2 by London and let their trained experts and cutting-edge technology help you choose or design the perfect ring of her dreams. With its vast selection, 2 by London has something for everyone. No matter what your budget, they'll walk you through every step of the process and give you a truly engaging experience. Visit 2 by London today at the Americana Manhattan, East Hampton, or Westfield World Trade Center, and be sure to mention WFAN. London Jewelers, serving you and your family since 1926.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about genetically modified ingredients?
Don't like them.
Artificial flavors and colors?
No thanks.
Clean ingredients.
Now that I like.
When you care about what's in things and what's not, shouldn't your vitamins be clean too? Sundown vitamins are all all clean all the time. Non-GMO, free of gluten and dairy, with colors and flavors from real food. We even have USDA certified Sundown Organics and kids vitamins too. When you're living clean, choose clean with Sundown Vitamins at supermarkets, drugstores, or on Amazon.
I'm not a big talker. I am a big doer. But sometimes the only way to solve it is to get on the horn and figure it out. So the only people I like talking to, Grainger. With knowledgeable product experts, ready with the answers to my toughest questions, calling Grainger is the one conversation I don't mind having. From machining and motor parts to valves and vacuum pumps. When it comes to solving my problems, Grainger's got my back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Yadier Molina just standing out in front of home plate. Albert drops his cap.
Adam Wainwright, a tip of the cap from the Cardinal dugout for Albert Pujols.
He gets a hug from the Cardinal catcher, and now they'll try to get him out.
It's just pretty amazing, you know. I mean, it'll show you why they are the best men in baseball, and it's just pretty amazing. And just to be able to, you know, play here for 11 years and have the great memories. And, you know, like I said, this is, I was pretty close from dropping a couple of tears there, I think, especially, you know, when I hugged Yadi, and, you know, we had that little moment to ourselves right there, too.
The Angels and Cardinals have met at interleague play in 2013 and 2016, but both series were in Anaheim. So last night's game at Busch Stadium was the first there for Albert Pujols since winning Game 7 of the 2011 World Series for the Cards against the Texas Rangers. And the Cardinals fans, as we heard, welcomed him back in a big, big way. Several standing ovations. Pujols finished the night 1 for 2 with an infield single and a walk in a 5-1 St. Louis win, thanks to KMOX and the Cardinals radio network for the audio. Elsewhere last night, the Nationals spoiled Dallas Keuchel's Braves debut, a 4-3 win. Washington has now won 5 in a row. Meanwhile, the Phillies have lost 5 in a row after a 2-1 defeat to the Marlins. So the NL East now shapes up like this. The Braves lead 4.5 games over the Phillies, with the Nationals now 6.5 games back. The Mets are 8 games behind. The pitching matchups later at D.C. It'll be Anibal Sanchez and Mike Foltynewicz. At Philadelphia, Vince Velasquez and Elieser Hernandez get the call. Out west, the Dodgers continue to roll right along. They're now 52-25 after Walker Buehler struck out 16 Rockies in a 4-2 win last night. Also on a roll, the Yankees, a 4-1 win over the Astros last night, made it 7 in a row for the Bombers. Home runs from Gary Sanchez and Gleyber Torres, giving the Yanks home runs now in 24 straight games. That streak is 1 shy of the franchise record set in 1941 and 3 shy of the Major League record set by the Rangers in 2011. This Day in Mets history is brought to you by New York Community Bank and the NYCB family of banks, making history in New York for 160 years. Visit them at mynycb.com. On this day, June 22nd, in 2012, the Mets scored 5 runs off Andy Pettit, 3 on a home run by Ike Davis in a 6-4 win over the Yankees. 1997, Carl Everett 3-run home run. The bottom of the 10th beat the Pirates 12-9. On this date in 1980, Claudell Washington homered 3 times as the Mets beat the Dodgers in L.A. 9-6. And on this date, 1978, Mookie Wilson, then at Double-A, married his wife Rosa at home plate in Jackson, Mississippi. All right, when we come back before Game 3, Mets and Cubs here at Wrigley, J.D. Davis is going to join us in the leadoff spot on the Nissan Mets pregame show. Choose Nissan today for great offers on the most exciting lineup ever. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
1877 cars for kids. KS cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today. Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. They'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
Also accepting boats, motorcycles, RVs, and real estate
make donations.
3rd Street Y. 10 seconds left. You sink the tray and get the ticky-tack foul. Now you step to the line. This is for the whole North Haverton Over 30 League Championship. This is your moment now. To head right to your Mercedes-Benz dealer for a great deal on the 2019 C300 sedan. With LED headlamps, driver assistance technology that gives you a virtual set of eyes looking out for danger, and a stylishly advanced design, driving the C300 feels like nothing but net. Lease the 2019 C300 sedan for just $429 a month for 36 months or $4,223 due at signing. Mercedes-Benz, the best for nothing.
Offer lease payment is available only to qualified customers exclusively through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services and participating dealers through July 1st, 2019. Lease offer excludes 4MATIC models. Some equipment is craft is optional. Call 1-800-344-8736 for details about cost and terms.
Visit MDUSA.com for offer details or to schedule a test drive at your nearest Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer.
Making a left-hand turn in New York City is not easy. You've got to navigate around cars, buses, taxis, and a parade of food trucks. But as you make that turn, the Vision Zero initiative wants you to keep in mind that left-hand turns are 3 times as dangerous as right-hand turns. And a safe turn is 5 miles per hour. Driving isn't easy, but saving a life is. Just turn slowly.
WCBS 8 breaking news this morning. More than just the headline. 40,000 jobs used.
Commuter chaos.
Traffic and weather together.
Flash flood warning.
And New York Mets baseball. Put in the box. WCBS News Radio 880.
Brad Heller filling in for Ed Coleman here at Wrigley Field. Game 3 coming up between the Mets and the Cubs. Zach Wheeler and Jose Quintana in a pitching matchup. The Mets are halfway through their stretch of 18 games in 18 days. They are 3-6 in this stretch so far. The leadoff spot is presented by Laborers Local 731, Field of Power. J.D. Davis is in the lineup for the 2nd game in a row. He's in left field this afternoon after starting at 3rd base yesterday. The offensive numbers for Davis have been good of late. 368 over his last 14 games. He's got a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs, and an OPS over 1,000. I asked J.D. how he's preparing himself for the start left here at Wrigley.
I think it's more positioning than anything. Get ready to look at the lineup, which guys, which swings plays they, or top spot, or if any lefties got, good slice over there. So just doing your homework on hitters as well, and then, just coming out here during BP and getting some reps out there. The speed of the game was a lot faster at 3rd base, and then when you get farther away, it kind of slows down a little bit. But, just getting the footwork ready, getting the positioning ready, and, all that stuff.
What have you heard of me, the challenges out in left field here at Wrigley in particular?
I haven't heard any challenges. The corner can be a little tricky, but it's been flying pretty good the last 2 days. So anything over my head is going to be a pretty good home run or just catch the ball, throw the ball. That's what I'm worried about right now.
Nice and simple. Now for you at the plate, got on base 4 times yesterday. How you feel? Look like you're seeing the ball. Seems like you're seeing the ball well.
Yeah, it's tough. Going from days off and everything, I'd have to give credit to Chili and Slater keeping me ready. It's tough to keep your timing, when you're not playing every day. But it's I've been trying to keep it simple and based on what their feedback with me and how to keep my head a little bit stiller. I would say it's been helping out a little bit the last I would say month or 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, months or so. But I've been swinging them out pretty well, swinging out pitches there in the zone, not chasing out of the zone. So doing pretty good so far, and it's been the results haven't been there all the time, but it's been pretty good so far.
Facing a lefty today, you surprised? Your numbers are better against righties than they are against lefties at least to start the season.
Yeah, I mean everybody thinks I'm a lefty specialist, but last year and the years before I've actually granted out some at bats. The averages don't really reflect it, but I've been having good success over righties. I've been a pretty good breaking ball hitter, and so now we're just cleaning up to get ready for the fastball, and so I think that's what's been helping me out a lot is just getting that fastball against righties, and that's why the average has been up a little bit. But the lefties I'm not too concerned about. I've had some pretty good at bats against some really good lefties, and just no good results to show for. So hopefully we can have some good at bats against Quintana and have some fun.
We're a good team with yesterday. How do you
and again, not let off the gas pedal. Continue to grind out some at-bats and keep the pressure on them. I think that's the biggest thing. These guys play free, especially here in Wrigley Field. Especially on the base paths, they run like crazy and they swing like crazy. So just got to do our job, play baseball. Get a leadoff guy gets on, get him over, and get him in. So I think that's the big thing we got to do right now.
You're playing multiple positions. What impresses you with what Jeff McNeil's been able to do? Also, multiple positions, yet hitting no matter where he's at.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it absolutely fantastic for us. I think it speaks more about, not only him, but the whole team. There's a lot of guys that play multiple positions, so, but yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job right now. He's hitting, 340. He's playing second, he's playing third, or he's playing a little bit of third and playing left, so he's doing a phenomenal job setting the table for us, especially in the leadoff spot, and it's been pretty fun with him.
J.D. Davis, thank you for a few minutes. Good luck today.
No problem, thank you.
And for being our guest in the leadoff spot, J.D. Davis receives a gift certificate from the Grand Central Oyster Bar, serving New York's freshest seafood since 1913. J.D. is in left field today, batting third. Jeff McNeil moving to second base today, giving Robinson Cano a day off. McNeil started in right yesterday, finished the game in left field. Michael Conforto's back in right. Juan Lagares will be in center field. It'll be Zach Wheeler on the mound. He's just made his way out towards the bullpen to begin his warm-up for today's game. Jose Quintana already started that process out in left field. Game 3, Mets and Cubs coming up here, Wrigley, and coming up next for us, we're going to check Jeff McNeil's season by the numbers. He is so far off to a great start in this road trip and certainly making a campaign for the All-Star game. You're listening to the Nissan Mets pregame show on the WCBS Mets Radio Network.
Okay, who doesn't have a home security system? How would you like a free doorbell camera? When it comes to choosing a safe, reliable security system to watch your home and protect your family, turn to Sloman's. They wish they could give away a free doorbell camera to everyone, but they only have enough for the first 40 callers. So the first 40 fans who call 1-800-ALARM-ME, that's 1-800-ALARM-ME, will get the free doorbell camera that connects directly to your smartphone with the installation of your Sloman's Shield. Sloman's will give you a free, customized home security system and professional installation when you use Sloman's low-cost central station monitoring. So you'll get an LED touchscreen pad, motion detectors, 3 doors arms, and battery backup. Plus, if you're one of the first 40 fans to call, you'll receive a free doorbell camera. Keep your family safe. Call Sloman's at 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME.
The Hyundai 4th of July sales event is going on now, and we're putting savings first. Our award-winning lineup features 16 sedans and SUVs, and they're all on sale. From the Sonata, Elantra, and Tucson to the 2019 North American Utility Vehicle of the Year, and the Santa Fe, awarded most dependable midsize SUV by J.D. Power in 2019. Hurry into the Hyundai 4th of July sales event now, only at your local Hyundai dealer. Celebrate the savings before these epic offers are history. May receive the Buick Reporting Bonus and Safety in the J.D. Power 2019 U.S. Vehicle Compatibility Study. BDS evaluation for your vehicle compatibility based on 2016 model year vehicles. For J.D. Power report information, go to jdpower.com. Right now, during the Hyundai 4th of July sales event, you can lease the Tucson for $149 a month, or get 0% APR for up to 60 months. Offers end soon. Hurry to your local Hyundai dealer for a great deal more than just a great deal. Visit buyhyundai.com to find a dealer nearest you. Call 877-216-4114 for complete offer details.
What you achieve after high school will define you. Start your undergraduate journey at Caldwell University, where small class sizes allow instructors more one-on-one time with each student. And it works. Evidenced by being named number 25 Best Value School in the North by U.S. News & World Report, and at 98% of graduates are employed or in graduate school after graduation. Learn more at caldwell.edu. Discover you at Caldwell University.
Baseball season is here. Your bathroom isn't cutting it, and you need a home run. Bathbetter has a winning record for 3.5 decades. Why? A team at quality you can trust. Bathbetter comes with a lifetime guarantee, and the Bathbetter team is highly trained and can get the job done in as little as 1 day. It's time to score now. Save $250 on your tub and wall system by going to bathbetterny.com. That's bathbetterny.com.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field here in
Chicago. Mets and Cubs getting ready to play Game 3 of their 4-game series. Brad Heller filling in for Ed Coleman, Zach Wheeler, and Jose Quintana in the pitching matchup. The wind right now is blowing out towards left field as we get ready for this one here this afternoon. Diamond Notes is sponsored by Beaner Audi. Northern Boulevard and Great Neck are online at Beaner.com. Jeff McNeil with the home run and the tie-breaking RBI single in yesterday's win, giving him 4 consecutive multi-hit games, second time in his career. He's done that in the last 4 games. McNeil is 9 for 18. He's got a couple of home runs, 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, and 6 runs scored, and also he's got 2 stolen bases. On the road this season, nobody's got a better batting average than McNeil. He's batting .362 on the road this season, a .417 on base percentage, and an OPS of .960. How about against lefties? McNeil against lefties. Jose Quintana, a lefty today. McNeil batting .364, his on base percentage of .435. That .364 batting average is second best in the majors for a lefty against left-handed pitching this season. He's again going to lead off. He's going to play second base today for the Mets as they get ready to take on the Cubs, looking for back-to-back wins here in Wrigley. We'll wrap up the Nissan Mets pregame show next. Choose Nissan today. For great offers on their most exciting lineup ever, shop ChooseNissan.com. Geico may not date back to the caveman, but they've been providing great savings and service on car insurance for over 75 years. It's Geico's home run to save you money. Get a quote today at Geico.com. Geico, so easy a caveman can do it. Proud partner of Major League Baseball. Ready for the biggest summer yet? Go big. Get the best deal of the year with Optimum's Altice One, the ultimate all-in-one connected entertainment experience in one piece of equipment. No modem, no router, no clutter. Get over 220 channels, 4K Ultra HD, and your favorite streaming apps like Netflix, YouTube, and more built right into your system. And you'll get up to 200 meg internet and 40% better whole home Wi-Fi experience. Enjoy a personalized sports experience and keep up with your favorite teams and leagues. Call 877-6-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today to get Altice One only from Optimum.
Flu symptoms? Sounds like you should see a doctor. So where do you go? You go to the RWJ Barnabas Health Telemed app, and you get to see the doctor right away, whenever you want, on whatever device you choose. It's that simple and that convenient. No appointment necessary. Download Telemed from RWJ Barnabas Health at the App Store, or visit rwjbh.org/telemed. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Met fans, tune in to each game as Ryan recaps the lessons of the game. Brought to you by Hofstra University. Learn more at hofstra.edu/lessons. Don't let the summer pass you up. Power it up. In the 5-hour energy, power up your summer sweepstakes. You can win all 5 amazing experiences. Buy any 5-hour energy product, including Cherry Extra Strength. Snap a picture of your receipt and send it in. Because it's about time you had the time of your life. Power up your summer with 5-hour energy. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes ends July 15, 2019. Must be U.S. resident age 18 years or older to enter. For official rules, visit www.5hug.com. Void where prohibited. Sponsored by Living Essentials LLC.
You want another truck or a truck like no other? How about deals on that truck during Ram Truck Month? A truck with an available touchscreen that stretches an entire foot. A truck that has capabilities that don't exist in any other truck in its class, like available air suspension. Heck, Motor Trend's 2019 Truck of the Year truck. Do you want a truck that's not only about towing and hauling and payload capability, but a truck that stretches every ability? It's the all-new Ram 1500. During Ram Truck Month, more qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2019 Ram 1500 Classic Express Quad Cab 4x4 with a V6 engine for $179 a month for 24 months with $4,209 to its signing. Tax, title, license extra. Class based on light-duty pickups. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution or lease through Chrysler Capital. 25% charge for each mile over 20,000. Residents use restrictions apply. Take delivery by 7-1. Ram is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field here in Chicago. Brad Heller filling in for Ed Coleman. The Mets looking to build some momentum on the road, looking for back-to-back wins with the Cubs. They start Zach Wheeler today opposite Jose Quintana. We are minutes away from the first pitch. Mets and the Cubs. Let's start this game with Altice One only at Optimum. Wheeler looks to get back on track this afternoon. His second career start at Wrigley, 6 2/3 scoreless innings in his first one back in 2014. Howie and Wayne have all the action. Coming up next, I'll talk to the postgame show. Enjoy the game here on the WCBS Mets Radio Network.
The Nissan Mets shop. Choose the experienced CyberKnife team of experts. Laborers Local 731. Feel the power. Baker Tilly, your leading advisory, tax, and assurance team. Peerless Boilers. Visit peerlessboilers.com to find a dealer near you. 1-877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K. To donate your car today. The Green Central Oyster Bar, serving New York's finest and freshest oysters, shellfish, and seafood since 1913. Riverhead Building Supply, with 12 locations throughout Long Island. We're everywhere you are. And by Nielsen Dodge. Visit nielsendodge.com and save today the Nielsen way. This is the WCBS Mets Radio Network. Amazing at number 1. Lexus of Englewood. 1-800 Lexus or visit lexusofenglewood.com. Best bids, tax and title, 36-month lease. Visit lexusofenglewood.com for details.
Visitors wait for the Holy Name Medical Center's Healthy Living Update. Airing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. Brought to you by Holy Name Medical Center in Teaneck, New Jersey. Old Tigers Day comes up tomorrow, and our full-color coverage of the festivities and the Old Tigers Game gets underway at 11 a.m. with Central Wildman's ESPN, and it features the return of many of your favorite Bronx Ballers. So make sure you're locked in to catch all the action exclusively on your flagship station for Yankees talk, tickets, and everything. The Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and Sports Radio 66, WFAN, and WFAN New York, on radio.com sports station. Good afternoon at 2 o'clock. I'm Bob Mixler. An exciting Friday for the New Jersey Devils as they come an equally exciting Saturday. On Friday, they have the number 1 pick in the draft. They have selected Jack Hughes. Then they're in the middle of a significant trade as they acquire veteran defenseman PK Subban from the Nashville Predators. The Devils again give up 2 defensemen, Steven Santini and Jeremy Davies, and they also sent a couple of second-round picks to the Predators in order to acquire Subban. Astros, as Houston tries to end a 6-game losing streak and matches in the American Athletic Conference. Big East doesn't offer football, so it's still uncertain where UConn football is headed. Jack Zucker holds a 1-shot lead now as he gets ready to begin his 3rd round at the Travelers Championship in Connecticut. This report is brought to you by 2 by London. Visit the engagement experts at Americana Manhasset, East Hampton, and Westfield World Trade Center. Joining Brooklyn Nets radio voice Chris Carino in his personal fight against FSHD muscular dystrophy. The 9th annual Chris Carino Foundation Gala takes place Thursday, July 18th at Russo's on the Bay in Howard Beach. For tickets, please go to chriscarinofoundation.org. 79 degrees and sunny skies at Southwell Park, and that's what's happening. I'm Bob Mixler on Sports Radio 101.9 FM and Sports Radio 66, the flagship station for New York sports. Listen to the Fan anytime and anywhere. Download the radio.com app and favorite us today. And if you have Alexa or Google Home, just say play WFAN. You'll be locked into the Fan.
To me how often I'm hearing about that now, when until I had one, November 15th, I don't know that I'd ever heard of it. In fact, I told my surgeon I didn't think I'd ever heard of it, so I'm going to go with my memory back then. It's amazing. Friend of Bob's, I hope you get better soon. So we have a lot to talk about, and yet it's an oddly, not necessarily exciting. We'll certainly talk baseball. Football's always take briefly on the draft, certainly on the Knicks, NBA at large, and I look forward to talking to him about that. A little later in the program, we'll talk with Mark Fuhrman. He is at Houston, New York, Astros Yankees this weekend, and I say that because he's a general columnist at MLB.com, but he is at that series this weekend. So Feinsand, aka Sandy, a good friend of mine, will join us at around 3:30 or so, and then he'll go into the clubhouse, I have to presume. And Healy, right? Tim Healy is going to join us later in the program, which is awesome of Tim, who is with the Mets. The Mets in Chicago, and they play in about 15 minutes. So I don't know how many Mets calls we'll have, given that the bulk of my show is during a Mets game, but you're certainly more than welcome to call with live questions or overall with and comments or just overall observations. So really, baseball's on the board for me. A little bit of NBA. Like I said, Mark Fuhrman, a guest from the New York Post fairly soon in this hour. I look forward to that. Football always on the docket as well. And we'll get into a couple other things. I did something this week that I almost never do, and I did it 3 times. So I will bring that up a little bit later when we need to. Again, there's plenty of time to play with between now and 6:30. You know, you look at this Yankees team, and yes, Stanton's back. Yes, Judge is back. And you don't diminish what those two are. One, a former NL MVP. One, certainly among, in my opinion, the top 2 Yankee players. And along with Gleyber Torres, is going to be with the Yankees for years and years and years to come. Likely a future captain of the Yankees, from what I understand. Aaron Judge certainly has that personality, that leadership quality. And he certainly is a great player. We all know that. And yet, with the two of them going, I believe it was 0 for 8 yesterday with 5 strikeouts between them, the Yankees won, and it didn't feel overly close, although I know the bullpen, Britton and Chapman in particular, had some struggles. Although it's nice to have struggles and not give up a run, right? Didn't give up a run, but they struggled a little. It just didn't look perfect, as it often does with the Yankees bullpen. But they got it done. Chapman, of course, had the awkward landing where, of course, they've got to come out and check on him. Baseball injuries mystify me, but I don't question if someone's hurt. I don't question the length of time it takes them to get back, because I have no idea what they're dealing with injury-wise. The number of injuries and the length of time it takes in baseball does mystify me. So maybe that's a little bit of questioning overall, but I have no idea what it's like to come back from these injuries. So who knows? It does take them a very long time. A very long time. And then, as you would think, it takes them a little bit of time to acclimate once they're back, and that certainly is understandable. Certainly is understandable. Yankees have a night game tonight, which is actually why I'm here right now. Usually they would be playing in the afternoon. The game is on, I think the game's on Fox. I meant to double check that. I know it's on main Fox, right? Yeah, okay, so it's on Channel 5 at 7:15. So that's why I'm on till 6:30. So it all makes sense when you think about it, right? I was in LA this week for my main job, which is NFL Network. We have an annual summit. The highlight of it is when Al Riveron and the folks from the NFL office come in. Al takes us through rules changes, shows us videos, asks us what we think about videos, and if there should have been a flag, if there would have been a flag, if a flag would be picked up, that sort of thing. And I will tell you this without getting stuck on football right now, because that's not what I should or want to do. Offensive and defensive pass interference now being able to be challenged is going to be fascinating. It's going to be a 1-year trial, essentially, for now. And it'll be very interesting if a year from now we're talking about that still being a rule, that it is challengeable, or if perhaps they walk it back because of how this year goes. And I'm not speaking for anyone else when I say that, but I think that is the thinking overall. We're going to see how this year goes with it. Because once a coach challenges, as you guys know, everything then is up to be challenged within the play. So offensive pass interference could become defensive pass interference. Offensive pass interference could become no foul, and the catch is made and the offense gets the game. That sort of thing.
it could become, well, it's also offensive and defensive pass interference, and the play is nullified like it would be normally on the field. So that's what Al spent a considerable amount. I mean, he spends a lot of time with us, but they do this with all of the networks, ESPN, Fox, CBS, other networks will all have these visits from the NFL staff, including Al Riveron, who's in charge of officiating, to show them, I presume, the same videos. I think everyone would see the same videos, and the presentation would be similar. And you're allowed to ask questions during it. Anyway, it's fascinating, but that change could be considerable. There aren't unlimited challenges, as we know, so it's not going to be something that completely stops the game on a very regular basis. It can't. They don't have that many they still have the same number of challenges, so they got to get one right, and then they got another one. So we'll see. That was my biggest takeaway in terms of on-the-field stuff and stuff that we're going to see in games out of my summit this week. But the reason I'm telling you about that besides this is I didn't see much this week, and I didn't hear the fan this week. And that's just how it goes. I heard some of Joe and Evan Monday going to the airport. I heard some of Joe and Evan Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as I was getting ready in my hotel room. Keep in mind there's a 3-hour time difference, so that worked. But I didn't hear anything else. So I played catch-up to some degree yesterday. I do find the Mets, even when they are stuck in the mud, even when they're win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 4, whatever the case might be, I still find the Mets to be a compelling watch. And as I was watching the game yesterday afternoon, I thought to myself, I'm probably watching a team that isn't going to make the playoffs, unfortunately. I mean, I think that's fair right now to think they probably won't make the playoffs. I want them to, but I think they probably won't. And you hope by the All-Star break they dig themselves at least to 500 or above. It's not going to be easy. Nothing for the Mets is easy. It's not going to be easy. But because you want that, mythical second half. It's not exactly half, as you know. That second half to mean something. And selfishly, I want July radio shows to include two teams in contention. And we know the Yankees are. There's no problem there. So I'm watching, and I'm like, why do I gravitate towards the Mets? Now, yesterday at 2:20, there wasn't another game on, so it's not like I was picking the Mets. I wanted to watch the Mets. So I think it boils down to a couple of things for me. Jeff McNeil fascinates me as a player because he strikes me as a player that in any era could have played baseball, including this one. He's a great hitter. He has a great deal of self-confidence. And last year, I would not have described him that way, necessarily. Not because of his on-the-field play, but because of his interviews with Buffalo. And I told you guys repeatedly, I love press conferences, I love interviews, I always have. That goes back years and years and years. So I do like to watch post games and hear from players and managers, or coaches and players, whatever the sport. And when I saw Jeff McNeil at his locker last year, I thought to some degree he seemed a little bit like deer in the headlights, and there's no problem there. New York overwhelms you if you're an athlete getting used to this market. I understand that. And I kind of pictured him as an underdog, like a guy like you kind of go, oh, I'm rooting for him. That's how I looked at Jeff McNeil, and I was dead wrong. Jeff McNeil, I think, has every bit of confidence. And this isn't second guessing of decision making. And if you want to blame Mickey for his lineup, because he's getting input, like I have to believe almost scream and yell about Mickey. I probably like Mickey, and I certainly give Mickey more of a benefit of the doubt than most. I understand that, and I'm okay with it. But if you want to cry and scream about Mickey, just know that a lot of the decisions, not all, a lot of the decisions he makes are group efforts. That's how baseball's run these days. I will tell you who I have great hope in. Phil Regan. I saw an interview with him, and you know I love him. I saw an interview with him on SNL and has absolutely glowing, glorious skin. And I'm begging you to watch the next time they interview him. And I would encourage SNY to get, I know Gelbs is on paternity leave, I believe. Congratulations. If Gelbs gets back, or if another reporter is handling the duties, whatever the case, I would encourage, based on what I saw last night, for SNY to do a 2.5, 3.5 minute interview with Phil Regan and play it on pregame for us to get to know him a little better, because the impression he made yesterday, besides the skin, that has to be partly genetic, but my goodness, baseball in the sun, and he has glorious, flawless skin. And yes, I'm jealous of it. I would encourage SNY to do an interview with Phil, talk to him about some of his experiences, beginning with the idea he is a former teammate, obviously a former teammate. He was a teammate of Sandy Koufax. Hello. He has decades and decades in baseball, and I could just tell by the way he answered questions last night, even if he's not dying to be in front of the camera, and I understand that, but he was good. And he explained the situation with Diaz. He explained how he came up, these pitchers came up under him. He knows this pitching staff, and I found him to be most impressive. And I think some other concerns, whatever they may be about Phil Regan, would go away if we saw a little bit more of an extended interview with him. So SNY, that is my advice to you, take it or leave it. I would like to hear from Phil Regan on an extended level in a pregame show. And every pregame show has room for that. I'm sorry, every pregame, so it's not just about SNY's pregame. Every pregame show has room for a baseball man talking baseball from the ballpark, probably in the dugout. You're welcome. This is Kim Jones, by the way. I haven't said my name in 20 minutes, so I apologize if you're wondering who the heck is this, breaking down Brody's moves to some degree with the Mets. It is me. I'm Kim. I'm here till 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. We'll take you to Yankees pregame then. The Yankees, a night game, a rare night game tonight at the stadium against the Houston Astros, who didn't look a whole lot like the Houston Astros yesterday, although I do love Altuve. I do love him. So we are going to open the phone lines after we take a break. We are going to pause to hear from Mark Fuhrman of the New York Post a bit later this hour, and then at 3 o'clock we will reopen the phone. So that's my early. We're going to take this thing piece by piece because it is a very long show, as we know, and mostly as we are excited about. Mostly, like 90% excited about it. Really, it's a glorious day. I hope you are enjoying your Saturday. Kim Jones with you till.
To be your car dealer for years, Homeland and Wade. Kevin Bacon. What used to make the city great was that it was run by bad men who understood they were bad. And Elvis High. I want to rebuild the machinery in the city. I want to tear it all down for good. Guys like me, guys like those times. Slit Throats, City on a Hill, Sundays at 9 p.m. Only on Showtime.
Now at Security Law, Amityville. 25% off.
But sometimes too many distributing your first and the same brand discount tire dealer. We give you the guaranteed lowest prices on all name brand tires and honor all manufacturers' rebates. We even honor our competitors' rebates. With 96 stores from Connecticut to New England.
Go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat. Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear.
That's a big relief. Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait. Or 10 minutes in, I go to Princeton Longevity Center. Because I get everything done in one day and take my results home.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
7. It's not even half the season yet, and Alonso's got 26 homers. Now it'll be an 0-2 to Davis, and here it comes. A fastball inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Davis batting .275 with 8 homers, 22 runs batted in. We had an interesting conversation with Mickey Callaway before the game, because if you look at the splits on Davis, he's supposed to be hitting left-handers, but he really hasn't this year. It's the right-handers that he's hit really well. The 1-2 on the way. Fastball just missed the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And initially we got to talking about, Dom Smith and the fact that in a very limited amount of opportunities, he's hit the lefties really well. And Mickey kind of minimized that, saying a couple of them were sort of squibs or flared against the shift. 2-2 on the way. Fastball hit on the ground up the middle, but perfectly stationed is Russell to the right of the man. Throws to the second baseman. 2 men away. But it's interesting, isn't it, that with all of the analytics they have, and with at least the on-the-surface numbers saying, well, maybe this isn't that great a matchup after all for J.D. Davis. And Mickey says they've got all kinds of other trends that tell you want him in there against the left-handed pitchers, and now he's rolling out to second for the second out. So here's Tom Frazier batting cleanup, right-hand batter. Quintana deals, fastball on the outside corner, strike 1 call. Mets 1, Cubs nothing on Pete Alonso's Mets rookie record time 26th home run of the year here in the first inning. Frazier's hit in 3 straight. Didn't start yesterday. The 0-1 on the way, and a fastball in tight, 1 ball and 1 strike. Frazier at .256 average with 7 home runs, 25 RBIs. The 7th home run, balls and 1 strike. So ages in 500. And Todd Frazier just missed number 201. He wasn't in it. Baseball might halfway fill Wrigley Field today. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. Close pitch. Contreras tried to yank it into the strike zone, but Frazier draws a 2-out walk, and that'll bring up Michael Conforto. So that's the first Mets walk of the game. Brought to you by Full Market. Taking convenience. Home runs in the big leagues or more.
Judge is back, and we'll start talking about 490-foot home runs again.
That's true.
Not enough to be said about what the Yankees are doing. And when you talk about the other fellow on the Mets who can play in any era,
Jeff McNeil?
Yeah. How about DJ LeMahieu? DJ LeMahieu. He has a pretty good resume.
Well,
he already has a batting title and 2 Gold Gloves.
Well, but that's why.
He's a pretty fair player.
But that's
He's
why.
a pretty fair player.
But Billy, that's why Jeff McNeil is special, because we're just getting to know him. DJ LeMahieu came to this market with a resume. I believe 5. Listen, Billy, thank you for calling. Guys, I don't like to be lectured. I tried to be a nice guy there. I really did, and I was a nice guy. I'm not going to be lectured, and I don't know why you would. I let you guys... Any host at the fan, I let callers talk. And the guys behind the glass, I want you to correct me at some point if I'm wrong about that. I let callers talk. I enjoy hearing from callers, and I truly believe I get the best callers on the fan. And that's not just me, like, having fun with you guys. I honestly listen to the fan enough to know that I think my callers on these weekend shows are the best on the fan. But calling in and being a jackwagon and lecturing me isn't the way to go. We can disagree. I obviously admit when I'm wrong. Again, not everyone does that, and I can name names, but I'm not going to. But lecturing me and not allowing me to think it's fun to watch Jeff McNeil and Pete Alonso makes you seem like a very, very small person. Think about it that way. And DJ LeMahieu is not a comp for McNeil. What I have said about DJ LeMahieu is it might be one of Brian Cashman's best signings ever. He's that good. He's been, in my opinion, the MVP of the Yankees to this point. He's been absolutely terrific. And with runners in scoring position, the guy, now he just, we're going to try to do more. We're going to get to make a good point, but I don't care about not having stats. I don't know why he's hitting cleanup.
Well, that's playoffs and everything. He's more than a big bet.
Yeah.
It's been forever. To take away some of the element of the crapshoot, you've got to go out and get as close to a Verlander type pickup like Houston did 2 years ago.
Yep.
Scherzer is probably a type train.
Yes.
But if he is it, you move on to the run to make it happen. You don't care what you give it up. Because you got to take
So
away.
your phone is really iffy. Sully, I'm going to have to let you go because of the phone. I'm sorry. It's a really windy day, and my sense is he was outside. I apologize for that. I don't think there's any doubt Brian Cashman will acquire pitching for the New York Yankees. No question whatsoever. Cashman wants a team to declare that it deserves for moves to be made. This one absolutely is off the charts at the top end. Off the charts at declaring it deserves moves because it's a really good team. And I really do think anything shy of a World Series championship for this team will be a disappointment. They're that good. Kim Jones coming back. We'll talk NBA. Get back to your calls after 3.
Right now, we're broadcasting the same Geico ad all across the radio. Because letting all types of listeners know it's easy to switch and save with Geico just feels so unifying. Like waving across the dial and saying, hey you, let's grab a coffee with some of that Geico savings, even if you never get that coffee. Because it's the thought that counts.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Campbell here, serial entrepreneur. In engineering school, I was required to take one course in business, Accounting 101. Compared to thermodynamics, physics, and calculus, I figured Accounting 101 was my blow-off class. After earning an F on my midterm, I begged my sister, an accounting teacher, to help me ace my remaining accounting tests. She agreed, but only if I would teach her to dance in her backyard while her neighbors were watching. How humiliating! That's why I created my 5th successful business, Patriot Software, to provide accounting software that never humiliates non-accountants. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of accounting software free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
The U.S. Open, golf's most storied championship, returns to the iconic Wingfoot Golf Club next June. See firsthand the remarkable moments, the energy, the excitement of the 120th U.S. Open Championship. Don't miss your chance to be here next year, June 15th through the 21st, 2020. Tickets on sale now at usopen.com/2020.
Attention church parishioners, if you were sexually abused as a child by a member of the clergy at any archdiocese in New York, listen closely, as you may be entitled to financial compensation. Even if it happened decades ago, it does not matter. New laws in New York have been put in place to create a way for victims of child sexual abuse to finally get justice and closure. If you suffered abuses from clergy members and those who knew about the abuse but failed to stop it, call our law firm's 100% confidential clergy abuse helpline at 800-410-7112. Our attorneys may be able to get you compensation and closure. While it's possible to remain anonymous, but hurry, time is quickly running out to file a case. So call 800-410-7112 right now to learn if you are eligible to seek justice and financial compensation while remaining anonymous. Call 800-410-7112. That's 800-410-7112. 800-410-7112.
The Lexus Summer Sales Event is here at Lexus of Englewood, the #1 Lexus dealer in New Jersey, ranked by Dealer Rater. Come get your new 019 Lexus US crossover SUV, only $329 a month, or go big with a new 019 RX 350L with all-wheel drive and third-row seats, just $429 a month. Experience amazing at #1 Lexus of Englewood. 1-800-NO-LEXUS or visit LexusofEnglewood.com. Excludes tax and title, 36-month lease. Visit LexusofEnglewood.com for details.
When selecting windows and doors, you never want to compromise. We understand that. At S&D Building Materials in Brooklyn, New York. Everything you build is quality, right down to your reputation. For over 100 years, Marvin Windows and Doors has been a trusted partner to professionals like you. We share your passion for the finer details and know that your customers feel the same. That's why Marvin provides you with style and design options without sacrificing performance or functionality. With Marvin, you never have to compromise. Trust replacement windows and doors from Marvin to deliver the quality you stand for.
So for your next window replacement project, partner with your independent Marvin dealer, S&D Building Materials. Our Marvin window experts will help your project run smoothly with reliable support from start to finish. Visit our showroom or online at sebuilding.com. That's sebuilding.com.
I'm here with Dr. Glenn Gedgerman, the Medical Director of Tomotherapy at the John Thera Cancer Center at Hackensack University Medical Center. Dr. Gedgerman, how... Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Kim Jones back with you on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon here on The Fan. I'm here till 6:30. We got plenty of time for your calls, but right now I am delighted. I think we should do an NBA spot today. I think I needed to do an NBA spot today, and I am delighted that that spot is with Mark Fuhrman, who I read all the time in the New York Post, and we're going to get into a couple things specifically on R.J. Barrett to start, and then we'll go a lot of different places. But Mark, thank you for taking time today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's an honor. Thanks so much for the kind words.
Yeah, you're awesome. I love your stuff. Here's one thing I love. And this happens in this town because we have so many good sports journalists, that after the fact we learn sort of the backstory, and you wrote that it was when Barrett went to the Jets, if he went to the Jets, that would really, that would be a whole other topic. When he went to the Knicks facility, I guess June 10th, and things went very well, they knew then they wanted him, right?
Yeah, listen, this wasn't a no-brainer. Everyone was writing, well, the Knicks got the third pick, and they'll pick either Ja Morant or Barrett, whoever Memphis doesn't pick. And since it was reported that Memphis really had a strong yen for Morant, we've been writing up for Barrett, but, I mean, throughout the process, we were hearing that, there know, some mixed feelings about Barrett and the organization, how his game translates to the NBA. He gets all his points driving to the basket. He's not a super elite athlete. Is he going to be able to do that? He doesn't have much of a right hand. He's a left-hander. But I think it's interesting. He spent 2.5 days during his visit. That's a lot. That for in the NBA draft process, it's usually a day. And the fact that it was June 10th, and I guess it went to where he finally left town, June 12th or 13th. I think they really, Steve Mills needed to be around him. Fuhrman invited him to his home to watch the NBA Finals. He's from the Toronto area, so he had a rooting interest. But I think that showed, that was an indicator that there was a little some concern about his on-court play. They love him off the court. He is a great kid, and dealing with him already the last few days. He's really made for New York, wanted to be here, and he's important. But I think until that visit, the Knicks were still thinking about trading down and collecting a few assets.
You already answered my follow-up, which was going to be with that smile and his personality. It does seem like he's prepared. That's a big deal here. You've got to be able to handle us and this. And he does come across as a guy who can. Do you know what they can legitimately and fairly expect from him, though, as a rookie?
Yeah, I mean, that's, Kevin Knox came in last year, and he had a very good summer league, and because you're in New York, it became a national story. I was doing, Dan Patrick, and like it was the ESPN was raving about Knox, and it was just too much too soon. He was the second youngest player in the draft, Kevin was, and he had a roller coaster rookie year. With Barrett, I think he's more prepared. His body is better than Knox. He's 6'7". He's going to play shooting guard. But, the Knicks are probably do a free agency. I don't know what kind of pieces they're going to put around him, so he's not going to have a great supporting cast. I think his rookie year, he just turned 19. You have to have moderate expectations as a rookie. He says he's going for rookie of the year. He's going to compete against Zion. In fact, this first summer league game, July 5th, is Knicks versus Pelicans, so that's going to be, Las Vegas knows what they're doing and showcasing that. But I think we have to hold back on expectations, especially remembering how we really had to adjust to the speed of the game.
From the New York Post, joining me, Kim Jones here on The Fan. Mark, you write, and this is as we turn to free agency, and this honestly surprised me a little bit, although I am not, some NBA expert, and I admit that you write in the New York Post that the Knicks will be selective in free agency, meaning their 2 max openings could go unfilled. Should that surprise me? I would think that as you build, you would want that opportunity, but perhaps in building, they're looking way into the future.
Unfortunately, they're on possibly Plan C or Plan D. Plan A was, as of 10 days ago when KD got hurt, Plan A was KD and Kyrie filling those 2 max spots, and the Knicks were ready to compete, not just for the playoffs, but maybe do some damage. But KD's out for the season. Kyrie, the reports are that Brooklyn is number 1 on his list, and now Brian Lewis of our paper writing today that KD is starting to think along those lines too about Brooklyn. KD's still in New York. So, it changed the Knicks. Listen, even if the Knicks are still going after KD, and KD is still going to consider the Knicks. But even if they sign him, it's not the same jubilation having he's not going to play next season, and then he comes back in 2021.
What do you think about that, Mark? What would you think about that if they do sign KD now, the Knicks? Knowing that injury, he looks young and spry to me, but I haven't seen him play after his Achilles injury. No one has.
Yeah, it's a basketball injury, and I think probably football too, but for big men in basketball, it's a very tough one to come back from. There's a fear of re-injury and then just losing their explosiveness, losing their confidence. The Knicks believe if there's any player in the NBA that can come back from something like this, it's Kevin Durant. He's the hardest worker in the league. No one talks about it because he's so super talented, but he's in that gym after practice as long as anyone. We don't believe you got to go for it, but they are concerned, of course, of the long term, and he's 32 when he comes back. There's probably a load management season where you're restricting the games and restricting the minutes, and how old, then he's 33 years old, so there's concern, but for sure, the Knicks are in a desperate situation. They have to roll the dice. It's just, there's no better option unless Kawhi says, yeah, I want to play in New York. And listen, there's a long shot chance they could convince him in the meeting. They're going to get a meeting. His uncle's from South Orange, New Jersey. He's very influential, and Kawhi lived in Jersey most of last season rehabbing.
And he's close to Steve Mills, I read in the Post.
Yes,
Although Kawhi is also a load management guy, where if he comes to the Nets and they don't fill that other max contract opportunity, I know he makes a difference. He's Kawhi Leonard. We've seen him be a difference maker, obviously. But, on a load management, I just don't know that gets the Knicks where they want to be.
With KD or Kawhi?
With Kawhi and him being the only max guy, knowing that he needs to manage his time as well.
Yeah, well, it's a tough sell, but I think, this past season, this championship season, he played 60 games, didn't play a single back-to-back, but I think he's a little beyond that now, and maybe next season he'll improve to maybe 70 games. I think, you're a little further removed. He's younger than KD, but you're right. You put Kawhi alone, and I said this about Kyrie. I think Irving is looking at the Nets because he sees the roster, and the Nets are a playoff team and have guys who are getting better. Well, the Knicks, they think their prospects are going to develop too, but I think they're not as farther along as the Nets. So, yeah, Kawhi coming along to the Knicks.
Alright, we're in Plattekill, New York. This is the Plattekill service area on the thruway northbound at milepost 65. We're about 7 miles north of Newburgh on northbound Interstate 87. The main entrance area, restrooms are in the back. Every service plaza has these Taste NY kiosks. They sell some localized cuisine or whatever. Each one has something different. Whatever is local to the area. Chocolate pizza slice sounds really good. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to cut my vocal cords in half before I started the stream today. That's my bad. That New York City mug looks pretty cool. It's got the bridge on it. Doesn't have my bridge though. Thank you. I'm not giving you a tour of the bathroom, so I'm going to call this tour complete. Basically, you can put pets in there so they don't overheat in your car when you forget to leave the windows open.
Day tickets today at Yankees.com and the Yankee Stadium ticket windows. That's Old Timers Day on Sunday, June 23rd. Get your tickets today at Yankees.com.
I'm David McNeil, founder and owner of WeatherTech.com, the world's leader in vehicle accessories. As a pet lover, I started PetComfort.com. So when I needed a new website, I turned to AmericanEagle.com, the website developer that I've come to know and trust since 1999. WeatherTech has grown tremendously over the last 29 years, and having our website designed, developed, and upgraded numerous times by AmericanEagle.com has been a key to our growth. And they focus on what's important, my business goals and objectives. They've done it for me at WeatherTech.com for years, and they're doing it with PetComfort.com today. If you're in need of serious, experienced, and expert website design, development, strategy, and hosting, I encourage you to contact AmericanEagle.com. Call AmericanEagle.com at 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1. AmericanEagle.com, 877-WEB-NOW-1. All Miller Jaguar acquisition. Check out the brand new All Miller Jaguar at 189-246 East in Park City, New Jersey. Just minutes from 287 and 8. Or check out their inventory online at allmillerjaguar.com. That's allmillerjaguar.com. Connecticut largest discount tire dealer. We honor every manufacturer's rebate and all our distributors' rebates too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats down their
they made some moves. They didn't agree with getting hurt, but I think that they are right now the best team in baseball, and I don't think it's even close.
I agree with you, but you made me think of something that they went most of the time when in the postseason or even a World Series, you can see an opener like Jack Green. Is it possible in the postseason that we'll see an opener?
It's an interesting question. My guess is the pride of some franchises would say no. Unless it was somehow a dire situation, which is hard for me to imagine right now. I guess it would have to do with injuries.
It's not that much different than when the team in the postseason, the pitchers, postseason, they have a short leash. And, the second inning, Reese Code, and they almost starter.
No, I understand that, Barry. Listen, they don't expect much more than 4 or 5 innings from their starters as it is. I mean, they're not openers, and I understand that, but it's not like the Yankees are like the Mets, where they're hoping their starter can go 8. The Yankees are hoping their starter can go 5. So, their bullpen to me is the most important part of their pitching staff, and that does not mean starters are not important. But their bullpen is what's going to get them through. You saw Paxton on the mound last night. He wasn't thrilled to be taken out then. I think at the very least, he hoped to finish the inning. And he didn't. Because he trusts the bullpen, and anyone who trusts the Yankees bullpen. Imagine the Mets had 75% of what the Yankees bullpen is. We'd be talking about the Mets in the thick of it, or probably leading the North. Barry is asking, we're doing that, Barry. Harry, I'm sorry, the screen said Barry. doing whatever we were doing. Let's go to Mike in Clifton Park with Kim Jones on the fan. What is it, Mike?
So, I heard something about Seth Lugo. I'm a huge Mets fan, and what I heard was when a pitches back-to-back games, he doesn't do well. And I was thinking of doing that with the bullpen. So what about this? If you move Noah and you get bullpen help and another bat for him, he's real, and you move Lugo into the starting lineup, what do you think? Just what you think about him?
Oh, Lugo's been a starter. His role now, where if he's gonna need the extra time off, you're gonna pitch him multiple innings. I think Mickey made the point last night, though, that he was so economical. Did he throw 17 total pitches last night? Let me try to check that. It's always dicey when I try to do online stuff and do a solo show. As you know, the dead air is priceless. Okay, I will effort that. Sorry. And I'm not online. That's how it goes. So I don't know. I think he threw 17 pitches between the 2 innings last night. Is that right? Okay, well, when you wave at me, though, I think you have an answer, just so you know. But that's fine. Thank you. They're trying. So if he threw 17 pitches, and he did, thank you, Pete. So he threw 17 pitches total in 2 innings last night. So Mickey kind of after the game insinuated, like, well, we'll see, because that's such an economical pitch. So it's far different than when he throws 35 to get through 2 innings, obviously. Let's go to Frank on Long Island. What's up, Frank?
Hi, Kim. Hey, Frank again. I think I heard you a couple weeks ago. I want to put the Mets. Like, you think the Mets are better? Like, I know, I was listening to you. Like, you said, you know, you didn't think the Mets won't go to the World Series this year.
No, the Yankees.
Yeah,
Do you think the Mets are?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm hope like the 2013. I listened to Blue and Jim last week. And we to Blue and Harvey. Yeah, I just
Did I say Blue and Harvey? Yeah, studio? Sorry. I love it so hard. So you're hoping the Mets are in the World Series? Well, you're allowed to hope that. I mean, you're a big Mets fan, right?
I think like the Mets go to the World Series if they get to Tebow, but I love the Tebow, yeah.
You do?
Did
you root for him when he was a Denver Bronco?
Yeah, of course, yeah. But
oh, so you're just a Tebow fan overall?
Yeah, I'm a Tebow fan all yeah.
Okay. I don't know that I think he's an answer for the Mets, but I respect the fact that you like him, okay?
Yeah, and people Tony Page permanently, but I guess, I don't know, I guess.
You hope I replace Tony Page?
Yeah.
That one's a hope you're going to have to make some adjustments on, my friend. Thank you, though, Frank. I really appreciate you. Okay, bye-bye. Tony stays up far later than I do. My goal is to be asleep when the time Tony comes on, and my goal to be asleep by 10 o'clock has nothing to do with Tony. But Frank's a good caller. He's a nice kid. I assume he's a kid. He sounds young to me, but you think...
He was very nervous too.
No, but he's called in before.
Huge fan.
He's called in before, though.
He has, yeah.
Shows. Yeah. He's a Tebow guy. I would love it. I do, and I mean this. I would love it if you could actually make the case that bringing Tebow to the Mets would solve even one of their issues. I really would. But I can't do it. Kim Jones with you for 3 more hours, taking you up to Yankees pregame. We're going to get back to your calls in a minute. We're going to also talk to Mark Fuhrman coming up fairly shortly. So Fuhrman's coming up. Many of your calls are coming up at 877-337-6666.
This very moment, thousands of people are listening to this commercial about how you can save hundreds with Geico. What if we all laughed at once? Whether the drivers feel like they missed out on something inside the windshield, or the shot. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 15 minutes
provided so much surprise and great wins and drama and overcoming adversity and all of that good stuff. And some of these guys are years from the Yankees having to make those decisions. Years from having to make those decisions. I think that's entirely about when you talk about Didi, Sanchez, Glaber, and Zed. Not necessarily in that order. I have to believe that. Let's go to Ralph on Staten Island. What's up, Ralph?
Hi. I wanted to talk about the Yankees Red Sox games that are going to be played in London. Okay. I was just first of all wondering, are Steven and John going to be there for the games on the fan?
Yes.
They are great. I'll be there. I always do to the radio Yankees radio.
I don't know that, but I would think the MLB app would be the option. But I would think you could do it through the MLB app.
With the MLB app, I'd probably get the TV broadcast, right?
No, MLB, you listen to radio. I do it all the time.
Okay, all right, I'll look into that. Well, thanks for the information. Do you guys know if there's any way to get information about the layout of the stadium there? Because from what I can see on their website, they're trying to keep everything very hush-hush. I've talked to the people there, and they don't want to give out any information about the layout of the field, the dimensions, or anything.
Did you call them in London?
Yeah.
Wow. Really? Who'd you call? Like, how did you find a phone call?
I called the London Stadium at Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park and spoke to several people there. And they told me that in spite of the fact that they know on Twitter, the MLB has requested that they not allow media in. They've even suspended their normal tours of the stadium until after the MLB games are played. I'm going to get there a couple of days early. I thought I might take a tour of the stadium. Can't do that. They also the layout on the UK Ticketmaster site is about the best you can find, and it's kind of unfortunate because the way they've laid out the baseball field is about 90 degrees from what they should have. So, because it's an oval field like for hockey.
Yes.
And the way they've got the baseball diamond laid out, it's from home plate toward the outfield or toward center field is the short way across the stadium. So you're behind home plate. As you move left and right, instead of wrapping around the foul line like you would in a baseball field, you're more or less going almost straight to the left and straight to the right. So you very quickly, in a couple of sections, get very far away from the infield. You go, you want to be on home plate, but moving on the right, you're so far away from the infield, you might as well be sitting in the bleachers. But I was just trying to get more information about the whole event, in advance of going there.
Yeah, do you know Prince Harry is going to attend one of the games, I guess?
I did not know that.
On the phone. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry, Ralph. What do you want me to do, Pete?
Okay, Mark right here.
Okay. Mark, can you hear me?
I can. How are you doing?
We're so out of sorts. I just called you Mark. What's up, Sandy?
It's funny. I was in Yankee Stadium yesterday, and somebody came over to me and goes, "When did you start calling by Sandy?" And I said, "Well, only a select few refer to me that way, but
only more than a decade ago.
Your select few."
It's been at least like 13 or 14 years.
Yes, but I think there are probably 4 people left in my life who refer to me as Sandy. You're just one of them who happens to do it on the radio, which is great.
You've gotten rid of all the other Sandy callers?
It's really just, Sam Borton, who created today's name to begin with.
Right.
You, Pete Abraham, and Tyler Kessler. I think so many other people who still refer to me as Sandy.
Well, that's good company, so I'll take it. Did you know that Prince Harry is going to attend at least one of the Red Sox-Yankees games in London?
I did not know that. It doesn't really surprise me.
No, doesn't surprise me, but you learned something. I like it.
Yeah, hey, I think London games are going to be fun.
I I do too. I believe they're, what, like 6 o'clock there, so it ends up being 1 o'clock.